Greetings, Sanbonani, Dumelani, and welcome back to Let's Fork It Out. If you're new to the show, my name is Ketu Samsane, and if you're returning, well, let's continue with the journey. Today, guys, I want to take this opportunity and respond to the president's speech that he gave yesterday at his inauguration. If you listened to it, or if you heard it, then you would know it was quite a touching and moving speech. And I feel it necessary that as a young person, that I respond to it, giving the president my thoughts, or rather opinion, on where to go, or what I see, what is important out of his speech. But before I do that, seeing as the president was being sworn in yesterday, I'd also like to take this chance and maybe replicate that effect, because it was very moving to see him being sworn in and accepting the oath of office. Right? So I shall do the same, or in the same manner. I, Ketu Samsane, do solemnly swear that I will uphold, obey, and observe the Constitution of the Republic, that where called upon, I will serve to the best of my ability. I will try to make a difference in youth development and motivating our fellow peers. If the day should come where God asks me, what have I done with my life? I will say to him, God, I have used every last bit of talent trying to serve and making a change. Alright, so now that the oath is out of the way, I'm going to start now and break down in terms of what I took out of the president's speech, what I felt is key, and give him my thoughts. Not that he asked for it, but hey, it's a free country, right? Okay, so to begin with, is the tabloids or media has referred to his speech, Cyril Ramaphosa, the president, as a new dawn, right? Mr. President, you took your oath of office yesterday and it was touching. Congratulations, and we wish you all the best in your term as President of the Republic of South Africa. You said that you are aware of the challenges that the country faces. I hope, Mr. President, you truly mean that, and it was not just something you wanted to say in your speech to win the hearts of the nation. You have already done that. Now what you need to do is focus on serving them. You said that the people of this country are filled with hope for a better tomorrow. I hope, Mr. President, you realize that in just hope, we need more than hope. We need strategy, we need direction. We need you to involve us in the thinking process. You said that you want South Africa to reaffirm its position on the continent. We say, Mr. President, as the young people, how can we help? 25 years into a free and democratic South Africa, and you said that our people have known seasons of plenty and seasons of scarcity. Mr. President, yes, I agree with the statement, but also I must respectfully disagree. The seasons of plenty have gone to a minority, where scarcity has seemingly gone to the majority. You said the shackles of oppressions have now been removed, but Mr. President, what about the financial shackles? What about the people who suffer? Are we saying there's going to be a plan for them? Are we going to be hosting workshops? Is the government going to be intentional about freeing us from financial shackles? You said our people do not want deprivation. And I agree, Mr. President. No one wants to live a life that has no dignity, that has no worth. What are we going to do about that? What can the people do? How can we best serve our country? You said there are no jobs for the youth. Yes, we know that, Mr. President, and I'm happy that you know. But what are we going to do about that? What should the youth know that the government is planning? Is there a strategy in place? Is there a plan for us? And again, Mr. President, how can we help serve our country? I hope, Mr. President, that you will not be corrupted by the temptation of power, as we have seen past leaders grovel and fight with power. You said our resources have been squandered. Money has had to be taken from one department to another department. But Mr. President, who has squandered our resources? I agree, Mr. President, that our problems are not insurmountable. but our problems are very real, Mr. President. Real on the ground. The problems that we face as young people, old and children, need urgent attention. We do desire for a better South Africa. We all want to serve, we all want to live in a nation that recognizes its people and acknowledges its past. We want to be united over our division and have no conflict. But Mr. President, adversity, our past and our current, is very hard for us to do that. You said that we share the same hopes and fears. Mr. President, I do not know what your fears are, but I can tell you mine. I fear being a young person living in a country where equal opportunity is not afforded to me. I fear children growing up and not having a way forward. I fear that the power of the people who have been placed corrupts them. I fear that the power of people who have been placed in position will corrupt them. I fear that, Mr. President, in 25 years that have come, we are still a long way to go. You said that we share the same anxiety and aspirations. We were born to be aspirational, Mr. President. Everything we do when we wake up in the morning is to be aspirational. And we ask that the leadership that has been placed and voted by the people to make sure that the aspirations of this country and its people are taken care of. You said that we need to find work that is dignified and rewarding. Mr. President, no one wants to do nothing less. We all want work that we are happy, that we are proud of. We all want work that we can say is rewarding and fulfills our purpose in the country. You said our adversities of the past are a strength. Yes, Mr. President, our adversity is a strength, but Mr. President, to the Cabinet and all parliamentarians, we need to know how that strength is going to be used for the betterment of the country. You said that this time around, it will not just be just words, but actions. We're not going to look back at the manifesto and critique everything that has been done or not been done. What we want to see, Mr. President, is you taking action and reaffirming hope and the dignity of our people. You want us to build a community. Tell us how to do that, Mr. President. Tell us how we can help. Where do we get involved? Where do we stop? The road ahead will be long and difficult, as quoted by you, and I 100% agree with you. But the road does not have to be that long, Mr. President. 25 years has been long enough. In Kliptown, as you referred to, the Freedom Charter was drawn up and it was declared that the people shall govern. Are the people governing, Mr. President? Are they involved in determining and creating a better South Africa for all? Are we really in the plans of the government? You said that the government will afford services that are affordable, accessible and sustainable. Mr. President, we want nothing more than to be a part of that, to understand exactly what are the costs that go into it so that we can hold each other accountable as a nation. There's a saying that says, we are only as strong as the weakest link. If we do not know what all our weaknesses are, then Mr. President, how are we ever to achieve the country that you want us to build? You said that you want to end the dominion of men over women and that women must be afforded the same opportunities that men have dawned upon for thousands of years. Mr. President, do you mean that this year going forward, that women shall deservingly sit in places of power, sit in places where change can be made, that their voices will be heard, that for once, Mr. President, they will be taken seriously in the country, in the nation, that they will be protected and fought for? You quoted Isaiah when God spoke to him and he said, "Whom shall I send?" Mr. President, no one in this country does not want to be sent. If you ask me and you say, "Whom shall I send?" I will respond and say, "Send me." Because I believe in this country, Mr. President. I believe in the people. I believe in the young. I believe in fresh ideas. I believe in innovation. I believe in making a change. But we cannot do it alone. We need the government. We need the cabinet. We need all parliamentarians to work with the people and not sideline us. Yes, there are parties that fight for the people. We hope that everyone who is in a position of power in making change can do the same. I thank you, Mr. President. I was touched by your speech. I was moved by your speech. And I do hope that there will be change, real change in the coming years. As I said, my name is Ketutula Spoenisum Sani, and thank you for watching Let's Fork It Out.